Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Cleveland Browns. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead. And we're off in week 2. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Sit up! 180! Right there, 55. Watch the pass. Say.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And some room to maneuver. And out across midfield down to the 45. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. He told us he wanted to have a big game running the football. He predicted well north of 100 yards. That's a heck of a start.
And we thought he was just blustering, right? We thought he was just kind of talking and trying to maybe talk himself into it. He knew something, and now that confidence is going sky high.
And they're already in plus territory. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, now back on their heels.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't he?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Check. Fresno.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And some strong running. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 29-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Okay, every now and then my defensive bias will leak out here. Abysmal play for them. You've got them backed up, and you let them out.
Couldn't take advantage. And you know who's happy? The punter. Because if he was needed, they gave him a lot of space to work with now.
Yeah, because he would have had a lot to think about, right? Don't step over the back line and give him a safety. Now he's got room if he needed it.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys didn't come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers, pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Zadarius Smith coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Throwing here, Trubisky. And the pressure gets to him again. Jordan Willis picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach...
Well, Barkley stripped of the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And now off to the races, down the right side. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing is Rodgers. Steps away to his left. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether it's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he is all the way up past the 25.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Shark's got it left side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Now Rodgers. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Some people call it a shuffle pass. Some people call it a shovel pass. All you're trying to do is open up the middle of the field, flip the ball forward. In this case, they didn't gain any yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A gain of 32 that time.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Saquon Barkley. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. Nice little juke. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. He's going to look deep for Perriman. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. Pretty fortunate there, the interception that ended the last drive, and then boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call him to question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Jonathan Jones there to make the stop. From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, a run with Breida. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 17. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up fourth down. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. A first down carry for Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Let's go, defense. All right. Let's go, defense. You got 300. You got 300. Hey, Charlie.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers looking deep downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage with a flag down here to boot. So they may back up further. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. It's Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Here's Rodgers to throw. That one complete. He finds Sharp. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Sanders on for the field goal, a 50-yard attempt.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of legs.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down. 3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So we reach halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
You got three down. 6:30. Hey, Haywood!
From the gun, Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jordan Willis able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Let's see what they draw up here. Third and long following the sack of Trubisky. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Josh Jones. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
I smell fear in that offense. 55
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17. It's Barkley on the counter. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. So second and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Well, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Boys take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breida. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. On 3rd down, Trubisky. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From just shy of midfield, Rodgers. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Sanders' kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Watch the ship. Hey, 18. Watch the ship. 6-6, bullet high.
They run again with Breida. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he's got some space here. A big gain there on 3rd and long. 42 yards.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion.
Hey, ball. Check 6 guys.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Breida. They find some open field here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Matt Breida, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Elliott good on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. 15 yards on the play. First down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route. Tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Mike 55. Go to 50.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From just shy of midfield, Rodgers. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Rodgers to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 30. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. They'll go to Barkley again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
And they take a knee.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now.
Let it! 319! 55! You don't want this.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days,